In the 2014 elections, we did a wonderful job of electing a lot of different Republicans who are challenged. Challenged on the science, on the facts, on reality. But I'll let you make up your own mind. I'll give you their quotes and what they've said, and then you decide. Now, I'm just going to talk about a couple of people who were recently elected. Joni Ernst, of course, is now a United States Senator from Iowa. Now, what does she believe? She believes in Agenda 21 from the United Nations. Now, we know about Agenda 21 because another U.S. Senator, Ted Cruz, also believes this is a significant problem. He wrote on his website is that it's the plan of the United Nations to force us into hobbit homes. I didn't know hobbit homes existed in the real world, but apparently they do. This is the kind of lunatic conspiracy theories that U.S. senators now believe in. Okay, so Right Wing Watch explains, Senator-elect Joni Ernst, a Republican of Iowa, shares their fears. Last year, Ernst predicted that Agenda 21 agents may start moving people off their agricultural land and consolidating them into city centers and telling them that you don't have property rights anymore. These are all the things that the UN is behind, and it's bad for the United States, bad for families here in the state of Iowa. Now, Agenda 21 was a non-binding resolution passed by the United Nations several decades ago. What do they wait for? If they have these incredibly powerful UN agents who are going to strip us away from our homes, like did you say agents may start moving people off their agricultural land? Like, really, they're going to come in, oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, everybody in Iowa, let's go. This is Project 21. They're going to come in the black copters, they'll land with black outfits, and they're going to move you into hobbit homes. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She's a U.S. Senator. Congratulations, Iowa. Really well played. Why haven't they done it yet? What? Oh, because brave people like Joni Ernst are stopping them. Where are they? Where's the Agenda 21 agents? Are they all sleeper cells? Maybe they're coming across the border like ISIS is and Ebola is. Okay. Groups like, now we go to Representative Tom Cotton, who's now the new senator from Arkansas. Groups like the Islamic State, here we go, so back to them now, collaborate with drug cartels in Mexico, of course they do, who've clearly shown that they're willing to expand outside the drug trade into human trafficking and potentially even terrorism. They could infiltrate our defenseless border and attack us right here in places like Arkansas. The only question is, who's going to get to Arkansas first, the UN agents or ISIS? Look, ISIS is a dangerous entity. They're knocking on the door of Baghdad, and that is amazing. They're not knocking on the door of Little Rock. Okay, more madness. Now we go to Jody Hice. Now this guy's a character. Now he's a U.S. congressman. God help us all. This guy believes and has literally said that Muslims should not have First Amendment rights. So all Americans should be treated the same except Muslims, and they should be stripped of some of their rights. Maybe we could put a badge on them too, to see who they are. I mean, they don't have as many rights as us, right? So maybe we should put a sticker or star or something on them to make sure. He's a U.S. congressman. He also believes that there's a gay manifesto to seduce our boys in high schools and in locker rooms and et cetera. It was a joke that was put on that was written back in 1987. He believes it's true, okay? And then he said this. Jody Hice, a Georgia Republican who just won a seat in the U.S. House, for example, told listeners on his talk radio show that the appearance of blood moons have preceded world-changing, shaking-type events. Ooh, the guys who don't believe in science would like to investigate the science behind blood moons. Here's his direct quote. I certainly am aware of the fact that every time there have been blood moons like this, there have been major events that have followed. Full-blown lunatic. We have a U.S. congressman right now that's looking up at the moon like, is it a blood moon? Ooh, I wonder what the gays will do. Will they seduce me under a blood moon? Oh, or will the ISIS attack? Or will it be Agenda 21 that comes after the blood moon? Now we go to Representative Ryan Zinke. He's from Montana. That's going to start fairly normal. He says, it's time to stop the lies. Oh, good. This guy's for the truth. Great. We're going to see what the truth is in a second. Let's talk about the truth, he says. Who trusts the U.S. government? No one in this room. I've served in 25 nations. I've seen where people don't trust their government. We're there. In the military, the last option is to send in the SEALs. I don't know what who's he going to send in the SEALs against? I don't understand what he's saying. Is it ISIS? Is it Ebola? Okay, hold though. Zinke said he wants to restore truth, grace, and honor and decency, which he called our moral compass. It's always been Judeo-Christian. Now, look, this is standard variety crazy at this point, right? We've been through this a lot. In the old days, if somebody said they wanted to combine state and religion, they would have been run out of town. That was not a legitimate opinion to have. Nowadays, they pretend that Thomas Jefferson, who said, in no way is this nation a Christian nation, was actually in favor of putting the Bible into our government. Okay, but that's standard crazy at this point, unfortunately. Here's where he takes it over the top. We need to focus on the real enemy, he said, referring to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, whom he called the Antichrist. Okay, hey, congratulations, Hillary. Obama has just passed the mantle on to you. He used to be the Antichrist. Now you're the Antichrist. Wonderful. U.S. congressmen and senators looking at blood moons, trying to figure out who the Antichrist is, figuring out if they're going to put us in the Hobbit homes, if we're going to get attacked by ISIS, or UN agents because of Project 21 or the X-Files or whatever they believe in. This is the new America.